Nico, let's start. You guys are back 2 straight practices. How can you use that time, and what did you guys focus on to get ready for this upcoming slate of games and get back after an All-Star break?
I mean, it's obviously good from a little break to get yourself going a little bit with 2 practices, and I think we worked on a lot of stuff, some changes today here with our group as well. So just work on that and keep heading forward and getting ready for our game tomorrow. But it's definitely good to have those 2 practices in, and I think practices were intense and good and going to prepare us for tomorrow.
Some trending positive with some injuries. We saw Jack out there in a no contact. Nosek has been back the past 2 days. What are you guys seeing from this group now that you're getting some more people back, and how good is it to see them back in action?
Yeah, obviously great to see them. I mean, Nosek obviously was a long time now with us, so great to see him out there, and obviously everybody excited. Jack is doing well too, skating with us as well, and that will be huge for us as well. So just great to see the group coming together again, and gives you a little extra motivation. And we know we're right in there. We have a lot of hockey to play still, and we got to start winning some games, and that's what we're trying to do.
How critical is it sometimes when you're in a tough stretch to get that time away, to take a break, to be able to come together as a group again, but really get a couple extra days on the mental side of that?
I think obviously it can be sometimes difficult, but it can also be good just to think about, first of all, like not think about too much, and I think take this mental break and take your body to heal a little bit, and then you'll have time to think about what you want to change and all that, and just find back the motivation and come back and feel fresh mentally and physically. So it's been a good break for me, and I think for what I've heard so far for a lot of guys too.
You talked after the Tampa game about how guys needed to use the break to figure out what kind of back half of the season they wanted to have, what kind of team they wanted to be. Have you guys now had some chats about that since you've come back, or anything about
We want to be a playoff team, and we know we need to win games for that. And so I think out there it was intense 2 practices, and I think everybody knows what's at stake, and we came here to prove that we're a playoff team.
Nico had to be pretty fired up the other day. Bettman announces that the NHL's return to the Olympics in 2026. You guys fired up, Swiss guys?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I think that's something as a athlete I've never done, and obviously I want to be part of that. And I think the last 2 I couldn't because obviously it was what it was. They wouldn't let us play, but obviously really exciting news. That we will be playing there, but I know it's far away too. So, but definitely that excites me a bit for sure.
And just looking at Jesper Bratt, he was able to represent the Devils up at All-Star Weekend. To see someone you know very well, to see his growth, especially over the last 3 years, to deserve that honor as well.
100%. I mean, so well deserved. Really, it is well deserved, and he works so hard, and I was really happy for him, and you could see the excitement for him as well when he was there, and talked with him about it, soak it in as much as he can. And he said it was so exciting experience, and I was really happy for him, and like I said, well deserved.
Erik, back from an off week and an All-Star break, and we know that there was some frustration with the team heading into that break. How critical was it to get a couple days away, to be able to reset and now come back into the group driven with a mission?
Yeah, I think it's always nice to get that bye week and All-Star break. If you're struggling or doing well, I think either way it's important to get away at some point and reset. It's a long year and a lot goes into it, so I'm sure every single team in the league really enjoyed their time.
Coming back from the break, there's some healthy bodies or people who are starting to get better. We've heard good news about most of the injured guys. Jack out there on the ice, Nosek back. What are you seeing out of this group, getting a little extra bodies and some more energy from that?
Yeah, it's nice. Obviously, we haven't been full strength, so that's what we're working towards. And honestly, don't even know if we'll be full strength this year. But it's every time you can get a regular guy back in the lineup is great. And it's nice to see Nosey out there. We haven't seen much of him. He's had a tough year, and Jack's such a big part. And right down the list. So, excited for those guys, and obviously they're going to help our team.
Nico was talking about he felt those were two really good, strong, hard practices to come back into this. What did you see, and what were some of the main focuses you guys had to get ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think yesterday was kind of just shake the rust off. I think anyone who was really watching could tell that it wasn't really as crisp, and guys don't feel that great, and it's pretty normal. But that's why it was nice that we had the luxury of having two practices. I thought today was really solid. Pace was a lot better, and our execution. So it was a good sign, and now we just get ready for Colorado.
And speaking of Colorado, what's one of the biggest challenges a team like that could bring?
Well, they bring it all. I mean, they're one of the top teams in the league and always a Stanley Cup contender, and they have high-end talent like everyone saw over the weekend, and so it'll be a big challenge for us, and so just got to play our game. Second half of the season, we just got to focus on us and bring our best game.
And what do you think is the next step for this team, saying play our best game? What do you think you're going to bring together in this next week of games and into the second half of the stretch?
Yeah, I don't think offense really ever been a problem for this team. So we always harp on the defensive side and helping our goalies out and just little things on the defensive side. I think that's a area that we got to improve a lot if we want to make any kind of run into the postseason or in the postseason.
You must have crossed paths with Zach Parise in Minnesota, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is a player like that? Even in his veteran age right now, just signed with Colorado. I mean, what does he bring against a team like this?
Yeah, I mean, I've known Zach for a long time. He was with Minnesota. I was with him for 4 years there, and I see him every summer, and could call him a friend, and so I looked up to him in Minnesota. He's an everyday, hardworking guy who loves the game and loves to compete, and I think that was a great asset for them. And obviously Zach's main focus is trying to win a Stanley Cup, and he picked Colorado for a reason, and happy for him that he's still in the game and gets to play, and it'll be fun to see him out there.
Thank you so much. Lindy, we heard about today's practice. That was hard, and it felt better and a little bit more sharp than yesterday's practice. What were some of the things that you observed and that this group focused on to get ready for their first game back from a break?
Well, I thought, the intensity level was a lot better. The speed in practice was a lot crisper. Passing, I thought everything was better. So, after a week off, I thought we made some strides today.
To see Jack Hughes on the ice, no contact jersey, but what does it mean to this group to at least see him back in a team practice?
Well, again, it's a step in the right direction. He's progressing, and this is just another step for him to get back to full contact.
Any shot he plays this week?
I wouldn't rule him out. It's just going to be a day by day type of situation, so we'll just wait and see.
Sometimes we hear that coming back from a break, it can be hard to get the mental focus back and just to get focused. So what does a player need to do going into that game against a really strong Colorado Avalanche team tomorrow to be sharp from the start?
Well, I think you've got to understand inside of the game when there's danger, when you have to make the simple plays. Winning battles will be a big thing. Getting back into the grind, the physicality. I really think the compete level is the one thing that has to be evident, that all those little battles in the different areas of ice, whether it's D zone, net front, O zone, getting off the walls, creating opportunities, you've got to win your share of the battles.
Coming from an era like yourself with defense, is it harder and harder today to get the players to understand how important it is to play defense?
I think the team defense part for every team is you try to play a system that you think will be the best for the group that you have, and understanding that some of the elite players in the league are going to create chances. It doesn't matter how good your defensive scheme is. And you see that game in, game out, where a lot of the young gifted players are really gifted offensive players. You haven't seen many guys drafted have been a top defensive player where they get drafted in the first round, and a lot of times it's your highly skilled players. So, I think it's that part of the game is at a premium. I think the talent of the young players is an all-time high, really.
What do you do then to adopt the defense?
Focus in on your You know, if you look at the individual mistakes, you try to take them away. I think if you look at the Tampa game, there's some individual mistakes that, you know, we'd like those players to not make. You know, we were in good position, but we made individual mistakes that, you know, cost us. It cost us chances in the game. It cost us a goal when we were getting right back into the game. So I think some of those individual mistakes, the scheme was good, but the execution part wasn't good to get out of our zone.
Last game against Colorado, Nate McKinnon kind of took over that game. What do you have to do to prevent him from doing the same, I guess, tomorrow night?
Well, again, you look back at a game that was 3-3, and if you look at an individual mistake in the third period that, you know, we put a puck off the wall into the middle of the ice, that very similar to the Tampa game. So we have to eliminate those type of mistakes. We know that, you know, I'm talking about, you know, a world-class player that, you know, will generate his own opportunities. It's understanding when he's on the ice how simple you have to play, that you can't fuel his offense, you can't give him extra chances.
Thank you.